Right, tribes, it's wee Scottish Mark here, and today we're diving into the brand new Battlefield 6's Battle Royale REDSEC. Now, the community has been making a lot of noise about this one. Some folk are loving it, and others say Battlefield's a big mistake. So I've had a look through Reddit, Steam, and other wider community posts, and I've also put a few solid hours into the game myself. So let's break it down. The real pros and cons, along with my own first impressions after about 5-6 hours in the mode. First off, a lot of players, and myself included, think that REDSEC actually feels like Battlefield again. Along with its massive map, the chaos, the vehicles, the destruction, it's got the classic Battlefield DNA all over it, like I've said in many other videos. And I will say it, the map is f***ing insane. Coming from someone who's played a lot of COD and Warzone, I really enjoyed the layout. It's well thought out, and every area feels distinct. That said, it does have a wee bit of Mazrah, a vibe to it, that sort of desert military tone, but it still feels unique enough to stand on its own. And don't forget, it's also completely free to play, which is a massive win. No barriers to entry, and just jump in and see how it is for yourself. The progression you make in this Battle Royale also carries over to the main game in Battlefield 6, so your time in REDSEC actually means something, so that's a big plus. Gameplay wise, it's a lot more tactical than Warzone. You cannot just run around like a maniac with 4 assault classes and expect to win. Roles actually matter. You need a proper mix of assault, support, medic, and also recon if you want to survive the chaos that's in REDSEC. Team composition genuinely makes a difference, and that is something that I really respect for this game. Performance wise though, it's solid. There's no massive bugs, there's no stuttering, it's surprisingly polished for a BR launch, and that alone is applauding in 2025. But let's talk about the stuff that I feel that's not so great. Right away, the controller settings. Troops, I've said it before and I'll say it again, they're diabolical. Far too many settings to tweak, and it's been like that since the original Battlefield 6 release. I'm still fine-tuning my controls even now, and honestly that's enough to drive players away, and it's, to be honest, it's a pain in the arse. Another thing, while the game is fun, I feel like there's no real tension or thrill when it gets down to the final few squads. In Warzone, normally your heart's pounding, your palms are sweating, and the adrenaline's through the roof. But in this REDSEC, it's more like, alright, we've won, or we've lost. Usually losing in my case, but there's no really big climax, it's just over. I feel like they need to inject some sort of end-game intensity, something to make those final circles feel exciting. Looting could also do with a tweak. I find myself running around for most of the game just looking for a decent weapon or a few plates to put on. I mean, it's not game-breaking, but it definitely slows things down more than I think it should. And of course, the wider community has their gripes too. The biggest being that it feels like a Warzone clone. It's the same armor plates and revive stations. Now, I disagree with that. I do disagree with that. It doesn't have the same revive stations. You have to go to a revive tower, you have to activate it, and you need to sit there, you need to defend it for your teammates to come back. The plate situation, it takes forever to put on a plate, which is unlike Warzone, so I don't know why people are moaning about that. What I will agree with though is that there's no solo queuing yet, which is a miss for players who like to just go lone wolf and just enjoy their own time and not having to deal with little Timmys moaning down the mic, that sort of thing. If they implemented all modes, solos, duos, trios, quads, that would be amazing. I think right now they have duos and quads and that's it. Cannot go at it alone. Moving on, Steam reviews, yeah, they're rough. They're mostly negative, sitting around at, it's 36% positive right now, I think. But yeah, it's mostly negative now. Is that from because everybody plays Warzone and that? What I will say though is, your Battlefield players, your Battlefield community loves this. I actually think it's good. I think they like it, but those who are trying it out from other games like Apex or Warzone or something. They're just dived in. They don't really like it, I feel. So taking that all in, honestly, after a few hours myself, I think REDSEC has a solid foundation. It's polished, it's tactical, and it's genuinely fun with friends. But it's not quite got the spark, the thrill, to make it stand out against the giants like Warzone or Apex. If DICE can tighten up the looting, fix controller mess, and add the sense of tension near the end game, this could really become something special. So aye, that's my take, troops. And the community takes all rolled into one. But what do you think, troops? Let me know in the comments below. Are you enjoying REDSEC, or do you think Battlefield should have left Battle Royale behind? Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the wee bell. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments. Cheers for watching, troops, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe.